Stock just went up, Golden Boy.
Hello, and welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody who is tuning in. Today we are going to be doing the preview for the game against Liverpool, the big one in the FA Cup, the glorious FA Cup, which we have won the most of these cups in the history of our football club. And today we are going to be doing a preview for the game, talking about the likelihood of us winning, talking about the teams that we're going to put up, talking about both opponents and where they are at the moment, with who they're missing and who they have available in the squad. But guys, listen, make sure you're smashing a like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well, as we are on the way and on the road to 1K subscribers at 840, I believe now. So we are nearly there, man. We're trying to get there as soon as possible. Big up to Ashraf, who is joining me today, and big up to T, who has just dropped out for a second, but he will be right back. But big ups to the boys for joining me. How you guys doing today, man?
Good, man. Big up to everyone. Like and subscribe. Let's get Saad there, please. Yeah, man. Looking forward to the big game this Sunday. Another Liverpool match. Different competition this time. So let's get it going, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me the same, man. Alhamdulillah, feeling good, a little bit tired, but overall feeling confident. So yeah, I'm hoping that the confidence reflects on the players also, and we get something nice out of this game, you know.
Yeah, listen, guys, I couldn't agree more. I want to win this game. Yeah, I want to win this game. I want to win this game. It's I rate every single trophy, although I might clown the Carabao Cup and call it the Carabooty Cup and all of this. That's just banter. But realistically, I'm about trophies, man. Big up to Hugo, by the way. Big up, man. Big up.
Big up,
I'm
Hugo.
about winning trophies. It's pretty simple for me. I want to win trophies. I want to win every single trophy that we are in for. So we must go hard in every single competition that we are in for. Now, talking about the team and talking about who we have available for this fixture and who is actually not available at the moment. So obviously Thomas Partey, Urin Timber, we know they're not available. Arteta came out in his press conference today, said it again. Actually gave us a bit of news on Partey. Said he's weeks away, so he's not nearly going to be here. He's weeks. So we're looking at least maybe a month and a half before we see him, which, to be honest, is frightening. But it is where it is. He's an injury-prone player. He's rarely available, so that's what's going to happen. But for this game, we did get some news about Zinchenko. Obviously, Timber, I'm not even going to talk about because he's just that injury is long term in it. So whether he comes back, you know what I mean, we won't know. But when it comes to Zinchenko is actually in contention for this game. Now, obviously, Kivior at left back is terrible. I'm starting to weigh up my options. I'm like, who do I want on this right or on this left back position now? Do I want Kivior or do I want what's his name?
Cedric?
Zinchenko.
Oh.
Oh no, hell no, man. No. None of the fringe players touch the pitch for me today on this game. None of them. None of them. You go strong. You go strong. There's no resting. There's no resting players in this game. There is no resting players in this game. That's one thing that I'm going to stand by. Um, if Arteta if Arteta plays in this game, plays a weaker squad than what he played against them. I don't mind him changing the tactics. If he wants to bring in Jorginho and play a different midfield, that's fine. But if I start seeing Reece Nelson in here and Saka's benched or something like that, or I'm seeing Trossard on the Martinelli needs to be dropped, I believe. Martinelli needs to be dropped. So if Martinelli's dropped, it's not the end of the world. I feel like he's just down in confidence right now. But let's say, for instance, he goes and does like a weaker squad, yeah? Or we see a weaker squad, and I dare see players like Reece Nelson on the pitch, Cedric on the pitch, and I dare see Eddie Nketiah on the pitch. Let's just say I'm not going to be a happy man, and let's just say that this manager is going to tell me all that I need to know about him, and the fact that he does not want to win trophies. He doesn't. He's not serious in the competitions that he's at, because last season we made a very similar mistake. And LB brought it up on the Football Terrace, where he said last season when they beat us in that FA Cup game, they knew that their fans knew, the players knew that they can beat us, bro. They knew that we can't beat them. They knew that we got a mental block. They knew that they were superior to us. Yeah, so they already had that boost going into the rest of the season. Us, Pep took that game seriously. Arteta, on the other hand, did not take that game seriously. He rotated a lot. I think the team was way different to the team that he played in the Premier League. So for me, it's very simple. You go hard. You're at home at the Emirates Stadium. You are playing Liverpool Football Club. By the sounds of the presser, sorry lads, I know I'm talking quite a fair bit, but I can't.
No, come on, bro.
This game, like I need Arteta, I need these players to cut the bullshit, because this is an opportunity for us to win. I saw what these guys did in the Carabao Cup. Yeah. And I saw how he went out in the Carabao Cup to West Ham. So if you think I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna let this guy get rid of another trophy, and I'm gonna have to listen to this bookie fan base sit there and have the audacity, the absolute audacity to sit there and tell me, who needs the FA Cup anyway? We need to save our players for the league because we need to go in there and be stronger. We can't risk injuring the players. Bro, forget about doing the league. You need to go for every single trophy. When is it going to get through some of these fans? Because some of these fans are thick. Like, I'm talking low IQ. I'm talking below 10. Yeah? This is how thick some of these fans are, that I'm seeing fans say, we don't want to risk injuries, so I don't really care if we win or lose the FA Cup. I want us to win the game because I want us to win every Arsenal game. This is another one that I hear, another little couple one-liners from these guys. I want Arsenal to win every game because that's why I want them to win the game, because I want them to win every game. But if it's the FA Cup, I don't really care if we lose it or lose out on it. Bro, fuck that shit, bro. That's the weakest fucking mentality I've ever seen. The weakest fucking mentality that I've ever seen. The weakest shit that I've ever heard, bro. Most of these guys will sit there and they will accept us coming in second in the league. And then when we actually want to go and win the trophies, they'll sit there and say, no, we don't want to get injuries because we're going for the league. At least it's better if we're going for the league. Fuck all that shit, bro. I expect him to go strong. Sorry, I know I'm going to let you guys go, but I expect him to go strong in this game. I expect him to play his full squad. I expect him to go strong because Jurgen Klopp in the presser said you don't go and make changes before you go to the Emirates. That's what he said in his presser, yeah? That's what Jurgen Klopp said in his presser. Okay? So this manager better not let me down this weekend. Better not. Because we need to win this game. We need to win this game. Mentality to get the edge on Liverpool, we have to. We have to show them that when you come back to this stadium, you're gonna be in the Premier League. We ain't gonna let you slide through easy, like as if you're just gonna be playing easy and it's gonna be good and you can score and get out of it with a win. Nah. We're gonna make it hard for you, man. You man are gonna have to fight, blood, sweat, and tears in order to win at our stadium. So, bro, all I'm saying is this is a must-win game, bro. The title, we need to win this because I think this trophies overall are important, and especially this one because this is part of our heritage at Arsenal Football Club. We have won it the most times, 14 times. Yeah, 14 times we have won this damn trophy. So if it's named the Emirates FA Cup, I'm pretty sure that the reason is something to do with us. I'm pretty sure it's to do with us or something like that, bro.
No, it's a sponsor. It's a sponsor. That's it.
I know it's a sponsor, but listen, they saw the
We'll take
Emirates,
it.
they saw the Emirates kit lifting up the FA Cup that many times that, bro, it might as well be because of us. Yeah,
be.
they've seen the Arsenal freaking shirts lifted up so many times that they said, you know what? Let's just name it after these guys. Let's name it after their sponsor. I've seen the Emirates enough in the finals of these competitions, so let's just name it after them. So I'm taking that. I don't care. But yeah, everything that I said, I wholeheartedly believe, and we need to go in. This is the time to capitalize on these guys. We need to win this. Yeah, we need to win this. Simple as that, bro. But I know you guys want to go, man.
No, look, for me, I've said this and it has nothing to do with the last two defeats. I said before that, I'm saying it again. Like, I genuinely believe we are going to win the FA Cup. Not just this game, which we'll get into. I genuinely believe we will win the FA Cup, right? The only scenario where I would be like, it might be a bit difficult is if we are drawn to City at the Etihad, for example, next leg. Because even if we start our best team, like the fact is they probably might still be favorites at home. But even then, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we're definitely out. Like, I still think we'd have a chance. But if we somehow avoid the Etihad, I genuinely believe we are going to win the FA Cup. I think this team would be good enough to beat any team in the Premier League in a knockout competition, whether it's home or away. I think we're primed for that, especially with the way we've been playing this season. Unfortunately, it's so shitty and it's shitty football. But they're watching out so much for the defensive side of things, which is what you need to do in a knockout game. Right, you need to be defensively solid. You need to make sure you give less opportunities to the opponent. So, anything but a FA Cup win this season, right, for me is abstract failure, bro. Because I'll tell you this, and a lot of Arsenal fans don't want to hear this. We're definitely not winning the league. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. Even if we are winning the league, I still want us to win the FA Cup because nothing's stopping us from winning the league and the FA Cup, right? But for me, unfortunately, it's annoying to say this, but I'm so sure we're not winning the league. I'm like, I don't want to end the season trophyless again, right? Because we're definitely not winning the Champions League. Champions League for me, like I've said this before, I think it takes a couple of years of experience, right? For you to go play against the big teams, suffer a couple of heartbreaks, get that experience of grinding out results. Maybe you'll knock out a big team this season or the season after, but you'll suffer heartbreak the round after that. Like, it happens, right? It happens to every big team. We've seen this with Man City and with Guardiola, who's won it twice before. How many times did it take them to finally win it? Like the heartbreak against Madrid, the heartbreak against Monaco, the heartbreak against Lyon. So we will go through that. And I think genuinely, if we can keep the squad fit and with Arsenal for the next 4 or 5 years, I genuinely see us also winning the Champions League within the next 5 years. Definitely not this season, though. So if we're not winning the league this season and we're not winning the Champions League this season, we have to win the FA Cup. As I said, we should be winning the FA Cup regardless of what happens in the league. But I think there's even more emphasis on us winning the FA Cup right now because when I look at it, right, we have 18 games in the Premier League. And I discussed this with you obviously last time, behind the scenes, but we have 18 games in the Premier League left, right? We're currently on 40 points. the best I think we will do is win 13 out of those 18 games. The best. And that's like, I'm being optimistic, right? We win 13, we get 39 points. That takes us to 79. And let's say another like 3 draws. I don't know. Again, being extra optimistic. And this we lose 2 games, for example. That's 82 points. 82 points will not win you the league, right? Because City will probably win 14 or 15 out of their remaining 19 games. And that alone will take them to like 85. So for me, there's no reason for you to rest a single player in the FA Cup. Everyone should start. I know Tomiyasu, I think, is gone.
He's
the
gone,
Asia
yeah.
Cup. Yeah, so
He's
we
gone.
won't have him. Zinchenko, I read today that Arteta was saying he might be in contention to play.
Yeah.
Even if he's half fit, I don't give a shit, start him, because I don't like him. But the fact is, he's a better left back than Kivior. He definitely gives us more in that position than Kivior does. Because I think Kivior, that position, doesn't offer you anything on the ball, but at the same time, doesn't do much for you defensively either, right?
Mm.
Yes, he's not coming up against Salah, so it might be easier whoever he's facing. But Liverpool as a whole, even without Salah, are a big threat, and they are a very good attacking team. So I want us to start our entire starting 11, whoever the hell is available, whoever the hell is fit to play. I don't want this shit of, oh, he's fit to be on the bench, but not good, fit enough to start. Nah, bun that shit, bro. If you're fit to be on the bench, you're fit to start. You get injured during the game, get out. It's fine. But I want us to start with our best possible team. I think it's better for us to start our best possible team. Best case scenario, we get a 2-goal lead with like 20 minutes left, and then you can take off some players. Rather than start a half-week side and then having to bring on some people in the second half to try and save you and salvage the game. Right? Last season, I agree with you. That last season for me really hurts. I don't agree with what the City fan was saying. His name's LB, as you said. I don't agree with what he said that, that gave them the confidence. I don't think it had anything to do with it, because that game we lost at the Emirates was just our own stupidity. It had nothing to do with confidence. Tomiyasu gave the ball stupidly to Kevin De Bruyne for the first goal, right? And then we gave away the ball for the second one as well. So I don't think it had anything to do with it. But the fact that we went to the Etihad with like 6 or 7 starters on the bench, and we were playing incredibly well. The first half, you remember, we were the better team in the first half. Trossard missed a chance. Tomiyasu had that volley that was saved by Ortega. It took Thomas Partey coming off at halftime and a Nathan Ake late goal for them to finally break the deadlock and win the game 1-0 with a weakened Arsenal team. And if you remember that City team, that was an almost complete 11. I think they only had 2 players that played from the bench, Ortega and maybe Rico Lewis. I can't remember. I think it was Rico Lewis, the second guy. So they started with a very good team. De Bruyne and all these guys were playing. And we, for whatever reason, underestimated the FA Cup. We were like, yeah, we don't need this. Let's just win the league. Are you mad? Most of the times when we play the FA Cup anyways, it's not midweek. It replaces the Premier League game. So unlike the Carabao Cup or unlike the Europa League and all that stuff where you have to worry about squad rotation, you don't have that same headache with the FA Cup, because literally this weekend there's no Premier League games. So why wouldn't you start your full team? Even if we're playing Huddersfield Town or Leyton Orient or whoever the hell it is. And by the way, after back-to-back defeats, that's all the more reason why you should start your main team, because you need them to get back to form ASAP. So yeah, I want us to start our full team. I don't want to see any of this Reece Nelson crap or Eddie Nketiah or I don't know. Someone said Cedric Suarez. Like, God forbid, bro. Like, let's not even make that joke right there. Our best 11, and I'm telling you this, bro, and we'll get into the details of the game later, but because I want to give T a chance as well. I'm so sorry, T. For me,
No problem.
I don't see us losing this game. I'm not even joking. I'm not even saying this to make myself believe. I have zero doubt in my head that we will win this game comfortably. When I say comfortably, I'm not saying 3-0, 4-0. Of course not. It's Liverpool. But I mean, we will be the better team on the pitch. It'll not be like, oh, it was a very tight game and Arsenal just edged it out. I think we will genuinely be the best team. And we are playing at home in what you've mentioned is our competition. This is our competition. How many seasons have we had where we were shit that year, but we went on to win the FA Cup and we put on an amazing performance?
2020, mate.
2020 and 2017. Do you remember? We knocked out City and Chelsea. Chelsea were the Premier League champions.
Yeah.
Right? They're Premier League champions. And City were obviously better than us with Guardiola. We knocked both of them out in semi-finals and finals. And we weren't great that season. I think that was the first season of Wenger where he finishes outside the top 4. And we still went on to win the FA Cup. That's how much this competition means to us. Mertesacker started his first game in that entire season. And he was man of the match, bro.
I remember that.
That's how that competition means to us. So for me, You're playing at home against a team that you just drew with a couple of weeks ago, that is 5 points, that's currently the best team in the Premier League. No reason why you shouldn't be playing that game thinking like, yo, we're going to dominate this team today. But yeah, that's it from me, bro.
See, what do you got to say on the game?
Well, the only thing I will focus on in this game is the ambitions of Arteta, and the team he will put out will reflect his ambitions about this competition and about his view on this season as a whole. Because if he plays bench players, I think he in his mind still thinks he can win the league. He can go for the league. He can challenge the league. I think he has bigger goals in his sight if he does that. I'm not saying it's a smart move. I think I'm just reflecting his state of mind about this situation, because that's what you would basically say if you do that. I personally want the FA Cup because that's the minimum. That's the minimum what you need this season to stay and keep your job, in my opinion. Because if you don't win anything this season, I think your time is over. 4 years is enough. I said this before. And I already said myself also that I've lowered my standards for this season because I wanted the league, and now I'm lowering my standard to accept an FA Cup after that kind of progress. And I want Arteta to play the main team. Like you said, Ashraf, I echo that. I want him to play the main team. What I do disagree with is I don't think he will drop Martinelli, Saad. I think Martinelli will play. If you look at it realistically. Because other players were also out form, and Arteta kept playing them until they picked up their form, and I think he will do the same with Martinelli. I don't think he will drop him anytime soon, especially not for Trossard, because we know how he is with Trossard. And yeah, I need the boys to step up, man. The last two games were a joke. Most of the fans that were on us were Chelsea and Liverpool fans, which is funny because Liverpool fans are mostly not on us like that. But bro, I think we need we need to show them a little bit. We need to bring them back to earth. They're flying a little bit too high, in my opinion. With all due respect, you are a big club with a lot of trophies, but at this moment in time, bro, you have you're not the big dogs anymore like you're supposed to. And this is not Anfield. This is the Emirates. Even if Jorginho plays, okay, I still expect a win from this team, and I don't expect anything less. I think Hugo is spot on in the pause. Okay, pause. I forgot to say it. I think Hugo is right when he says if Arteta doesn't win the FA Cup, he needs to leave. Because Ashraf, I echo what you said about the league. I don't think we will win the league this season. I think the points equation that you just did, the 85 points for City and the 79 points for us, I think that in the long run will affect us a lot. And I think City will pick up form. So the league, we can forget about that, I think. Even though it's really early and a lot of things can happen, City can still drop points to random teams like, I don't know, a Brentford, for example. They did this against Wolves this season. So surprises can happen. But if everything goes to plan, I don't think we will challenge like that anymore. And the FA Cup is a must. And if we lose tomorrow, if we lose Sunday against Liverpool, especially how we got humbled last season in the FA Cup and how we went out then, it's I think this is we need to get our trophy back, basically, is what I'm saying. This is our trophy, like you guys said, and this is the minimum. I need number 15, and if it doesn't bring the number 15 for us, get out.
Right. Okay. Choice words right there. But listen, what I will say is like, listen, he needs to go serious. It's not the time for jokes. It's not the time for jokes. If I see anything like, obviously missing out Fabio Vieira because I don't think he's fit, but if I see Rice not in this team, I am going to and Erdegaard. If he wants to go with Jorginho, Rice, and Erdegaard, I don't care
I
for
don't
that.
mind that. Yeah.
I don't mind because that's a first team because we've seen that being played against City, against some of the strongest teams that we face. So I've seen that happen. If I see Rice not in this team, Erdegaard not in this team, if I see Saka missing, if I see William Saliba or Gabriel missing, I already expect David Raya to be out because I know he's going to play Ramsdale. It's just
that's fine for me as
where
well.
we are right now. He's the cup goalkeeper. So if he doesn't play this, then we already know where his mentality is. Is. But moving on from that, lads, let me know what your thoughts are on Liverpool at the moment. They are missing Mo Salah. They are missing Endo. And Tsimikas. Soboslai is out. Tsimikas looks like he's on the way back. He put a post out today of him running on the pitch, which I was like, what the hell? I thought he dislocated his collarbone. He was going to the or not dislocated his collarbone, but broke his collarbone or injured it badly, and he had to have surgery or something, or I'm not sure what happened to him. But he's all good. Which listen, I don't try and put injury on anybody. I don't accept injuries being put on anybody.
It shouldn't matter.
So well, I'm glad. I'm glad. That I want to say Tsimikas is all right. I'm glad that he's okay and that he's injured and it's not a serious injury. But that changes absolutely nothing for me because, like you said, whoever's on that side should get cooked. Saka should be cooking them. And
even if it's Robertson.
I expect him to go out there and put proper performance in. But give me your thoughts on Liverpool right now, lads, because I know they're on a mad streak. I think they only lost one game in the league this year.
And that was to Tottenham when they got robbed.
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts, lads? I'll be right back.
Yeah, well, I'll go first this time, Ashraf, if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Liverpool, they are not a complete team yet. That's one thing. And even though they're not a complete team yet, they are playing good, which I respect because I rate Klopp a lot. He's a good coach, good manager, and it reflects on the team because every whoa, excuse me. Apart from last season, he always had a good functioning team, I think, and we see this season that they got their mojo back. Even though they have a lot of new players, a lot of young players also, like Harvey Elliott, who's now playing good, Curtis Jones, who's now playing good. And I think they earned their respect this season. They play good football, good attacking football, a football that I like to watch personally. And but they are beatable. I think people didn't really make use of their weaknesses yet. I think people give them too much respect when it comes to their defense. I think they are way more vulnerable than people think. And much respect to Konate and Van Dijk because they are amazing players. But I think their defense are there to be. We can get at them basically because they go forward a lot, and if you just switch up and counter them, you can just easily score a goal, which is not the most big brain thing to say, but it is true. They can be vulnerable, but people just didn't make use of that yet. And apart from that, the question is, will Liverpool take the FA Cup seriously? And how will they play their main team? Will Diaz play? Will Gakpo play? Will Elliott is going to play because Salah is not there? But is Diaz going to play? For example, these are also questions because is McAllister back? Was he still injured? Do you know that?
He's back. He assisted against Newcastle. He gave the assist for Jota's goal.
Okay.
The penalty. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game, so yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and McAllister is a really, really good player, and I think he's one of the better transfers of this season, and he's shown because you are an attacking player and you play DM and you play really good, in my opinion.
especially for
Because,
that price tag.
especially for that price tag, yes. Um, and yeah, I think this will be a big game. This will be a really attacking game from both sides, I think. I don't think we are gonna sit back because we are at home. I think we are gonna go gung ho a little bit more this game against them, especially because Liverpool likes to attack themselves, and we can just uh, c- get them slipping and just catch them in a counter. I think that is gonna happen. Because the boys also like to play in the carpet, the fans, Arteta, more confidence. Not much to say apart from that. I think Liverpool are a quality side. I think the players that they brought in did a lot more than they intended to, like Endo, for example, like McAllister, because McAllister turned out to be one of their better players at the end. Um, so Szoboszlai injury is a shame. He will be missed for them. I think Szoboszlai, even though he is out form, brings a lot of balance into their midfield. So we're going to see if they're going to miss that, because I think Szoboszlai is a good player. Just because he doesn't score goals or assists doesn't mean he is a bad player. He brings a lot of balance, and they will miss that. And how are their forwards going to cope? How is Gakpo? How is Diaz going to cope? Because Diaz of Nunes also. Nunes, how is he going to play? These are questions that I wonder, because these are hit and miss players. They sometimes play really shit, and they need Salah to carry them, but sometimes they do something mad. So I'm wondering how they will play this game. But I think this will be a really attacking game from both sides, and I also think this will be a high scoring game at the end. I think 2 goals minimum from both sides. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Ash,
look,
go on, bro.
look, they're obviously a very good team. Last time when people said the same thing about, oh, Salah has gone to AFCON, they're going to struggle. They lost Salah and Mane a couple of years ago when they were going for the quad, and they won every Premier League game. They knocked us out of the League Cup as well. They came to our ground. Jota scored 2 goals and knocked us out. So I definitely don't think we should underestimate them 100%. The reason I'm confident, though, is just because I know that you're right, T. They might not end up starting their best 11, which I think will be crazy, unless they really want to throw the FA Cup away. Because if they end up starting a rotated team, I think we could slap them real bad. I think, however, like even if they start their best team, I don't see them going through. I think they have all injuries that will affect them. Szoboszlai has been good overall this season. He's out. Um, Obviously, Salah. I know what happened. I know it sounds contradictory to what I just said about him 2 seasons ago when he missed, but obviously the season he's like their top scorer. He's got the most assists. So whoever the place over there has to like step up huge. And they have to maybe like change the system, I guess, just to accommodate whoever's going to play on the right. I'm assuming they'll play Harvey Elliott there, or they'll probably just move one of the wingers like Jota maybe on the right and play Darwin Nunes up front, or Gakpo maybe on the right as well. Look, they have a very good team. I think they deserve to be where they are in the league, 100%. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually agree, T. Like I think they have a very good complete team. I know people say, okay, they don't have a DM. Endo, who's their DM, has actually been amazing this season, last couple of games, right? Which for me it came to as a surprise, because I didn't think someone who came from Stuttgart and he's 30 years old would come in and perform that well. So whatever Klopp did with him, I guess you could tell that Klopp really does work well with some of these unknown players, and he's got a tune out of them. Because
Mm-hmm.
if Endo is the DM for them this season, I don't think he's the DM for them in the long run. I think they still have to get a DM at some point in the summer, maybe. But if he is the DM for them this season, then I think their team is kind of complete. I mean, they have the best defense in the league. They have, we talk about Saliba and Gabriel, and I still think they're one of the best centre back partnership in Europe. But probably Van Dijk and Konate are up there as well, if not higher. Right? Van Dijk has been the best centre back in Europe. They've got
Mm-hmm.
Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's been incredible as a fullback. Defensively, I think he's been better as well this season. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I think he's been doing a lot better in one-on-one situations. And this is all without their main left back, Robertson, right? Like they've obviously had to play Tsimikas or Joe Gomez there. So once Robertson comes back, and I saw a video or something where he was in training, so I'm assuming he'll be back quite soon. Um, That'll give them another boost. Their midfield has been incredible. You've mentioned McAllister. I agree with you. I think he's a bargain for 35 million, and he's been playing as a DM. So now imagine when Endo's back after the Asia Cup and they play McAllister in the 8, Szoboszlai in the 10, and Endo in the 6. Like, I think that's a sick midfield. If Endo can keep his form, if it's not a fluke purple patch. So yeah, look, they deserve to be where they are. I still feel City will edge them to the league. And I'm hoping that that's going to be a good thing for us, because I think they'll be quite focused on the league, that they might, as T mentioned, rotate someplace in the FA Cup. I would love for that to happen, because I genuinely believe we can slap them if they do that, and I think they're due a slapping anyways from our side. But yeah, look, very good team, very, very good team. I have nothing but respect for Liverpool. And T, you mentioned this, and I agree with you. I love the way they play football. I love the way that when they come up against these teams that play these low blocks and are very stubborn defensively, they just play this, rock and roll, quick football, this like attack, 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 and that forces low blocks to be opened up, right? I've seen this even against Brentford, I think, the season when they beat them 3-0 or something at Anfield. We know Brentford play a low block, right? And there were a couple of times when Brentford would go up and attack from a counter-attack, and the moment Liverpool win the ball back, they don't slow it down. They don't even give Brentford time to like recuperate, get back, organize. It's immediately long ball, Salah, attack. And that's why they probably tell Salah, hey, you don't need to come back and defend that often.
Yes,
because
exactly.
the threat you give us by staying forward is better than what you would give us by coming back and defending. Stay forward, get the long ball, bring players in, and it's literally attack, 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 and attack. And you will never be able to beat Liverpool unless you're Man City. If you're going against them like machine for machine, you're never going to be able to beat them. That's just how it is. So they did exactly that against them, against what's the last game they played? Newcastle, right? Even though Newcastle came back and made it 1-1, Newcastle didn't learn. They didn't just sit back and defend and said, hey, you know what? We'll take the draw. They actually got cocky and arrogant. They said, no, we can go and attack. We will go and attack. And guess what? Liverpool punished them in the end. I don't see them doing that against us at the Emirates, because it is at our ground, obviously. And I do think that if we start with the best 11 we have, I think machine for machine, we would end up getting the best out of them. So, yeah, man. But big up to Liverpool, though. They have done really well this season.
Yeah, guys, listen, I echo a lot what you guys are saying. And for me, it's simple. I believe that they will go serious in this game. I believe that Liverpool are going to field a serious team, from what Jurgen Klopp said in his press conference. Came out and just out there, just plain and simple, said you don't rest players when you're going to the Emirates. It's simple as that. So what do we need to do? Not rest players when we're playing Liverpool. It's as simple and as black and white as that. So for me, I think Liverpool are doing a tremendous job this season, even though they haven't got full balance. I feel like although Endo is performing, he's still not the DM for them. And but I do feel like he's doing a tremendous job at the DM position. Salah, I do feel like that's going to be a big miss for them, but they have Harvey Elliott, who's been flying this season. Anytime he's come off the bench, he's done. He's been involved in some capacity to either win them the game or have a good effect on the game when he's come off the bench.
And they still might not even start him. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And he is a serious player. No, I think they'll start him on the right wing. I think that's who they're going to start on the right wing. Yeah, I think they'll.
I feel they'll play Jota there. I think so. But
nah, I think Jota's down the middle. But that's all I'm going to say. But listen, for me, it's plain and simple, bro. We need to go to this game serious. Liverpool are a serious team. They're a serious outfit. I'm not going to go here and say we're definitely going to beat them, because I can see a 1-1. I can see a 2-2. I can see a draw in this game, where it then tells us to go and do a replay, which I am completely against, by the way. Why there are replays in the FA Cup, I will never know. Why can't it just be a penalty shootout? But that's another conversation for another day. But for me, I do see a possible draw in this game, but I'm hoping we can edge it. We can win maybe a 2-1. If we could do a 3-1, that would be brilliant for the confidence, for the lads, for the boys. Mentally, that'll do wonders for them at the moment, because especially that front three, especially the front three. If Martinelli can get a goal, which, listen, I wanted him dropped for this game, but he's not going to get dropped. Unfortunately, T is correct there. He's not going to get dropped. He isn't. So if they do play, and hopefully Martinelli can get a goal. Saka as well. Jesus, hopefully he can be in the box, in and around the box, helping us. Even to be honest, the only real change in the team that I'd probably actually no, I'll leave that for when we speak about the teams and what we're gonna look to play. But other than that, listen, Liverpool, serious outfit. I expect us to go out there and put out a performance. I expect us to go out there and win the game. But I can see a draw. I can see a draw. So I'm not going to fully say we're going to go out there and win it. Nah, Ash, I do. I do, bro.
I don't. I really
I,
don't.
I think
If we draw, bro, that's
I
a
think the-
disastrous result for me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Of course it is. Of course it is. I know that a draw is a disastrous result. But I can see that being a possibility. I could see that being a possibility with the way that our front line is at the moment. Let's not forget, lads. Let's not have an amnesia. And let's not forget that our front line, even at home against West Ham, when we demolished them in the midfield battle and demolished them and got the ball into the box, nobody could put it in the goal. 5 or 6 big chances created, and we could not put one in the back of the net.
The only difference I'll say with that, Sad, is that
embarrassing.
with West Ham, because they play a low block, even when we got those good chances, like it wasn't like very, very clear cut. Like with we should have still scored. Don't get me wrong, we should have scored at least 2 goals. But with Liverpool, I think the chances we will get are going to be a lot more clear cut. Like you remember, right, when Saka went 1-on-1 against Alisson, obviously, like then Alisson came off and it should have been a pen, but Saka didn't fall. Like we had proper chances in front of goal, which I think we will get even more at the Emirates. And I'll say this, bro, if we don't end up winning this game, if somehow what you're saying is true and we draw, first of all, we're definitely not going to win the second game at Anfield, right? Because they're going to be hyped up as well. They're going to be hyped up. Their fans are going to be hyped up. They already drew against us in the league, so they're going to like come to this game with a lot more preparation, a lot more focus, I feel, even without Salah. And more fixtures is not something we're looking for right now. So for me, that would be a horrendous result. And personally, I just don't see it. But anyways.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I agree with you. I don't want to draw. Just let me make myself perfectly clear. I don't want to draw. All I'm saying is I see it as a possibility. However, this is a must-win game. We need to win this game. We need to. It's as simple and as downright easy as that. That's the facts right now. We have to win this game. Now, moving on to the squad, and who we're going to be playing on the day. We'll do our starting 11s, guys. Make sure you're smashing that like button, please. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We are going to be doing the lineups now, and we will be doing the score predictions as well, lads. So, lineups, I will go first. The lineup I would like to see will be Ramsdale in goal. That's going to happen anyway. I don't think if I could play Raya, I would, but Ramsdale is going to get in this game. I want Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko, because that's pretty much the only back line we have. Right back, we have nobody else. Left back, God forbid we go with Kivior again. I don't want to see that. Last time I was about to pull my eyes out of the socket and just dash them in the bin. But either way, I expect Zinchenko to be playing in this game, even if he's half fit, because I don't want to see Kivior at left back. Midfield, I expect us to go with either a Thomas Partey. I wish Thomas Partey. I expect us to go with a Declan Rice, Jorginho, or Odegaard. If not that, then we go with a Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Havertz. Because that is the strongest lineup that we have. If it was up to me, I would I wouldn't do it for this game. Not this game, because it's too much riding on.
I would start who I think you were gonna say. I would. That's my lineup. But anyways,
yeah, that's fine. We'll
Cedric
go.
Suarez.
We'll go. We'll go, man. We'll go. Forget my Gee, what is up with you today? Why do you keep on mentioning this guy's
Why
name?
are you talking about the 75K, bro?
Why
Why
are you calling him Cedric firstly? Because that's not his name. His name, we've already clarified, his name is 75K a week.
75K a week.
75K.
That's what it is,
Okay.
bro.
Well, it's
So-
75K, bro. Just call him 75K. It's not Cedric, it's 75K. But yeah, listen, if I am to go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do, you know what? Big up Ashraf, because you know what? I am gonna go with the one that I
Yeah,
want.
why not, bro?
And it's ESR, bro. I want
Mhm.
ESR in that left 8 position. I want to see him play in that position tomorrow, Sunday. So I would like to see ESR there. This manager keeps on talking about. I think today he got asked why is
Yeah.
something about why. What happened to when ESR was going to get sold in the summer, and he
Yeah.
said that was never a plan of ours. We wanted to keep him. You wanted to keep him, Mikel. Do me a favor and fucking play the guy then. You want to keep a player, play him on the fucking pitch. What do you want to keep him for? To sit there on the fucking bench and warm up the seat?
And I understand if he's not playing him, if let's say we're killing it every game and we're winning and we're dominating. Well, we've been playing like shit, so maybe it's about time you try something different. But anyways,
Yeah, but yeah, listen, I'm gonna go with that midfield of Declan Rice. I would either like to see Declan Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard, or Declan Rice, Smith Rowe, and Odegaard, depending on how the manager goes. Either or is acceptable. And then the front line, I believe the front line is going to be the same. What I would personally go with, I would try and play Jesus on the left wing. I would do Trossard down the middle, and play Bukayo Saka on the right. That's what I would go with if I was the manager and I was going into this game. But I know that the manager is gonna go with Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka. That's what he's gonna do. So that is gonna be the lineup for me. Lads, what are your lineups for this game? We'll go to Ash first, and then we'll end off with T.
yeah, I mean, same for me. The back four, Ramsdale. I honestly have no qualms over Ramsdale or Raya, whoever starts. I think both are equally average as goalkeepers. I don't rate either one of them, despite the penalty save against Liverpool for Raya. So
West Ham.
no, West Ham.
Yeah, West
Yeah,
Ham.
correct. Against Liverpool, we didn't get a penalty.
If it was against Liverpool, I'd be like, fucking hell, bro.
Yeah. West Ham.
It'd been bigger. It would have been bigger, bro.
But yeah, like whoever one of the two average keepers, then Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and the crybaby, and then in the mid I would start. So what I would start is Rice, Smith Rowe, and Odegaard. What I think Arteta will do is he'll play Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard. He'll just go the traditional midfield, and then the front three for me would be Saka, Jesus. Saka, Jesus, and Trossard. I just don't know where I would play. I probably will still stick Jesus in the middle. I move Trossard to the left and just get Trossard to make a lot more runs in. And then obviously
If we're
bring
playing
on
Havertz, then don't.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're playing
Yeah,
Havertz.
no,
like,
Havertz is
even if you
useless.
play Jesus on the left, it'll affect Jesus' game as well. Like, yeah, Jesus can dribble a bit more and he's a bit more brave and adventurous, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it'll ruin our game regardless. Bro, even if we start Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus as the front three, I think Martinelli can have a banger of a game if Arteta just gives him instructions to stop focusing so much on the defensive side of the game, stop playing it safe, take on your man a lot more, even if you lose the ball. It's okay. Take on your man a lot more and make a lot more runs behind the back line. If that happens, I promise you, even Martinelli will have a very good game. But it's not going to be the case, right? Arteta's going to be telling them, control the ball, play it slow. We don't need to create chances. It's okay. Just build up very, very slow, bro. Like at the speed of a turtle. It's annoying as hell, bro. But anyways, yeah, for me, Trossard, Jesus, and Saka. And you know what? I would, in the middle of the game, just make sure both of them are switching all the time, just to give a new headache to the defenders of Liverpool. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's funny you said the Jorginho and the ESR midfield side, because that was exactly what I was going this game. I think playing Havertz is suicide in this game. We need a midfielder who takes more than 27 touches in this game. And I think Jorginho is a perfect player for that. I think Jorginho could bring, for this game, a lot more balance in the midfield. That's why I'm going with, personally, if Arteta takes this really seriously, and I'm not joking about this, I think he might play Raya maybe. I think he might think bun the rotation with Ramsdale, I need my main keeper for this because so maybe he will play Raya. You know?
Tomato. Same.
Yeah, yeah,
One garbage, another garbage. Literally.
exactly,
Not garbage,
exactly.
but average.
Yeah, but yeah, the back line I would go with Cedric Swan. Okay, I'm just kidding. Ben White, Gabriel. No, I'm just bro. I was
T
the
dropped Cedric's name 3 times already in the stream. Like that's a
Bro, it's
scary
scary.
setting, bro.
This is
That's a
bro.
bro.
This
scary
is
setting.
Drake.
You,
This is pre Drake, bro. Scary hours, man.
bro,
Scary
Man,
this,
hours
the
right
funny
now,
part
bro.
is if somehow Ben White or someone is not fit tomorrow, Cedric will
Hmm.
start. And I promise you, I'll blame you. I won't blame Ben White. I won't blame
I'll blame
Arteta.
you.
I'll blame you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
bro, he played good last time. If okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do this today.
We're not doing that.
I'm just having fun because the last two streams we were pissed, and I'm just just letting the goofs and gaffs out. But if I'm serious, Ben White, Gabriel Saliba, Zinchenko, unfortunately. I will. I think Kiwior would be suicide in this game, even against Harvey Elliott. It would be suicide. And and also this reminds me, I don't think he will play Jota at right. He will play Jota at the middle because Jota always scores against us, and Harvey Elliott will play right. So Kiwior would be suicide. Zinchenko, please. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but okay, let's go. Rice, Jorginho, and Odegaard. I think that would be the if Arteta is going to make changes in the midfield, I think this would be the change. I don't think he would start ESR personally. I would prefer him starting ESR and play Rice at the 6, but I think he will go Jorginho at the 6, Rice at the 8, and Odegaard at the 10, or right side at 8, whatever you want to call it. And the front three is the main front three. But I would personally go with what Saad said: Jesus on the left, Trossard in the middle, and Saka on the right. And that's the realistic answer for me. I don't think playing Havertz and playing Kiwior would be good in this game. We need a lot more speed, first of all. And Declan Rice at the 8, I would rather have that than Havertz at the 8 at this moment. And Jorginho at the 6 with a lot more balance. So yeah, I think this would be the perfect lineup against Liverpool at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I think all those lineups sound decent. Let's just hope, for goodness sake, that he actually takes it seriously. Listen, part of me actually believes, you know what? I actually think he will. I actually think he will take it seriously. I don't
He
think
will,
he's going
yeah.
to take it as a joke, because it's serious times now, man.
Especially after the last two
He's
defeats.
he's under so much pressure right now to win a trophy that he
Mhm.
has to do something in order to win some sort of trophy, some sort of silverware. He has to. But moving on, let's go to the
Score
let's go score
predictions.
predictions. Let's go score predictions. Ash, we'll start with you, bro.
I'm gonna say a comfortable 2-0 victory. A comfortable dominant 2-0 victory.
Right. Okay. T.
I would say this with a lot of insha'Allahs. 2-1 Arsenal. Please. Please don't let me down. Please. I need this.
I am also going to go with a 2-1 to Arsenal. Yeah, I think we can win this game, and yeah, I do believe we will on this day, because we are at home. Should be the stronger side at home, obviously, but it's not going to be easy for us. It's not going to be easy. Liverpool definitely won't make it easy, 100%. They're going to make it difficult for us. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory. But lads, like as always, thank you very much for being here with me for this preview. Big ups to everybody in the chat. Big up to all of the people that are watching, everybody who has liked. Listen, Toxic Tash, bro. Wallahi, ya Habibi. Why are you coming in with this kind of vibe right now, bro?
I mean, we can
Why
ask
is
you the
this-
same question now that Salah is
Bro.
not there. Who's scoring your goals?
Who's scored? You know what? You took the words out of my mouth, bro. Because who's scoring your goals, bro? Yeah,
Yeah.
who? Please.
The
explain
funny
to me.
thing is, it's not just who's scoring your goals, who's assisting your goals. Literally, like the same man assists and scores. So, bruh, the same Jota who went and had
No
to
idea, man.
fall as if he got hit by a sniper last game and
No
had to
idea,
dive.
bro.
Like, come on,
No idea.
stop it.
There we go. There we go. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, listen, big up to everybody in the chat, apart from Toxic Tash. Yeah, hold that, you
Exactly.
fraud.
Hold that, bro. In
Absolute
fact, I
fraud.
changed my prediction. 3-0 Arsenal. 3-0, not 2-0. My bad. 3-0. 100% 3-0. Hold
That's
that, bro.
courtesy.
3-0.
That's courtesy of Toxic Tash, man. I listen, his name, yeah. His name is perfect, bro. This guy's just toxic, man. Just comes into chats, bro.
100%,
Just starts
yeah.
riling up people for no reason, bro. It's a Friday evening, Toxic Tash. What's going on, man? Well, and I know for a fact he's just being shameless right now. He could definitely not believe that. He could definitely not believe that. But either way, we'll let Tash do his thing. But yeah, listen, on a real though, big ups to everybody in the chat. Make sure you're smashing the like button for everybody who's watching it on the replay. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in the next one. Take care, my people. Peace out.